Hey guys, one of my Zoom campers just asked a question in the class the other day about kneeling and how to get better at kneeling. She's had some knee issues which we've been working on and strengthening the knee stabilising muscles. So that's really the first place to start if you've got any issues with knees. So I do have another video on YouTube called knee strengthening or knee stabilising with some good exercises there to help strengthen the muscles that stabilise the knees, okay? So there's two things with kneeling. First of all, really it's building up the tolerance to do a high kneel. So you see that I've got a cushion here. Okay, so basically I'm just going to come into a high kneel position on the cushion, okay? If you would like to reduce the amount of pressure on your knees, then you come into hands and knees, yeah? And basically what you want to do is increase the tolerance of the knee for this position. So in hands and knees, you can just come back and forward like this. The more pressure you have on your hands, the less pressure there is on the knees. So you can just play around with that and see what is your tolerance level at the moment. Once you feel able to increase the pressure on your knees, then you're just going to come back and reduce the pressure on your hands. So you can go like that, okay? And then gradually you can take your hands off and then put them down, lifting and then pushing down on the hands. So you'll see each time I put my hands down, I'm actually lifting up from the knees, okay? Giving them a little bit of a break, all right? So just play around with that. And then finally you come into this position where you've got your knees straight down onto the floor and just be there for a few minutes, okay? Come down on the floor, just spend a minute or two within your own capability, as long as the knees can handle it. Once they start giving you some jip, then you're just going to come back up, okay? So that's the first thing that you can do. The second thing that you can do is think about kneeling back. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hook my toes under, okay? Come up into high kneel, right? And then flex from the hips and put my hips down onto my heels. If that feels like too much for the knees, you're going to get a rolled up towel and pop it on your shins behind you so that as you come back, you're reducing that angle, okay? So that you sit down onto the rolled up towel or cushion or pillow, whatever it is, and then just come up again. And again, you just sit to wherever your knees can take it. You're going to feel some stretching across the top of the kneecap, okay? That's fine. Just keep it within a reasonable level and just hang out there for a little bit. And as soon as it gets too uncomfortable, you're just going to come up again and just practice with that. Eventually, what you're going to be able to do is uncurl the toes and then come back and sit so that you have that full flexion on the knees. One thing to note is that if your quad muscles are tight, too tight, this will be difficult. The quad muscle attaches over the knee cap. So the muscle is here, but the attachment runs over the kneecap and attaches on the other side. So if this muscle here is too tight, it's going to pull and it will squash the kneecap down and it will feel like it's squashing the knee. Often the problem is going to be in the quad muscle, not the knee, okay? So make sure you keep your quads nice and stretched. This is your quad stretch. There, okay? So that you're stretching out this muscle on the front of the thigh there. Any questions, guys? Come back to me, give those a go, and also check out those knee stabilising exercises on my other post as well. All right? Happy kneeling.